My family aren't really horse sort of people as such. My mum used to ride for a hobby and do local competitions and things, and we had a Shetland pony called Dougal that I started to ride and kind of progressed on from there really. I liked it. Obviously when I was young, I was about 5, maybe 6. I moved on to pony club, did some pony club things and spent more time falling off than I did staying on, and just did all the fun things that I guess normal kids do when they start out riding. The day I left school of my last exam, my bags were packed. I left home to pursue my, my dream of trying to be a show jumper. Well, when I did sort of a 1.5 years with Liz and Ted Edgar, who were fantastic at bringing me sort of up to the horse level, and I decided I wanted to gain some experience in Europe, move away from the English scene really, and they got me a place with Beat Mandley over in Switzerland, who had previously trained with themselves when he was younger. So it's a great introduction for me to move away. It was kind of scary moving away from home and in a different country, different language, but those were the best years of my life. It was hard work, but I got great opportunities in the end. The harder I worked, the more opportunities I got, and it brought me on to Young Rider and Junior European Championships while I was at Beat. I moved back from Switzerland when I was, I think, 20, to start a little bit more on my own, and I had a horse called Alfredo and a horse called Cloud9, who then went on to do 2 years for me in Young Rider Team Championships. Alfredo was a great horse for me up to the Young Rider European Championships, and then we found that we was in a bit of a rut with breaking into the next level of competition. I had a very low world ranking at that point, and we just needed to make the transition into senior level. So Hicks did come along. Slightly before Hicks, we decided to train Alfredo around some natural obstacles like this, borrowed from other people, and he really enjoyed it. He loved his job, and I had another horse called Mercurius at the same time. And we used Hicksted weekend as a stepping stone to build up to that level, and unbeknown to me, it turned out to be a great weekend. Both horses won, the Big Derby and the Speed Derby, which was kind of a dream come true really, and it made a lot of changes for me at that point. And obviously at that point I never had all of the facilities that I have here now. We've built banks like this, tables, ditches, and it makes my life much easier now than then. Yeah, there was a period of time, I think 3 or 4 years, progressed on to senior ranks, got a few opportunities on senior Nations Cup teams, all building the experience up, and then there was actually a period of time which was really down. I was struggling with horses, injuries, and no new horses coming through, and it was a real bad patch for a year, which I guess everybody has to go through. But then Rolette come along. From one day to the next, she just appeared and never really looked back since. It was a whirlwind. When Rolette was here, it was 10 months from starting out on a metre 40 competition to ending up in Hong Kong on the Olympic team, and it was, I still don't really understand how we ended up there so far. But I've experienced that the Olympic Games is no different from any other competition. What happens inside the arena is still about jumping the jumps, about producing the horse for the right time, but it's what goes on around it, and it's making the most of it, but also not letting it affect the attitude towards what we're trying to do, and over pressurizing what we're trying to do. I think that's a big thing with Hong Kong, is because it come around so fast. I had a clear focus on what I had to do, and I try and keep that frame of mind going into hopefully future events. In 2011, we had a great time. Triple X come forward to take over from Robin Hood, who had an injury, and we won a bronze medal on the team, which was a great experience. It felt like we broke the duck. We finally won a medal on a senior team, and I think it was the first team medal for seniors in show jumping for some time. So it gave a great boost and a great feeling going into London 2012. The win in Olympia meant so much to me personally. Firstly, Triple X we bred, so I've had him from the very beginning, and it was a huge achievement. Also, the World Cup in Olympia was one on my list that I kind of wanted to win at home, and also it proved that Triple X is ready. He's ready to go in the big competitions, which is very important that we try and prove that we're good enough to make that team for London. And it's always good to ride off of a win. I think in our sport we ride off of confidence, and hopefully that win, which was long awaited, come finally at the right time. 2012 is a golden opportunity for people in every sport in their own country. I think it's once in a lifetime, and I think about it every day. Every time I ride those horses, it's all preparing towards trying to be selected for those games. So that's the ultimate goal this year, and I have great horses to help me get there, so hopefully I just do my job.